Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to That's That Podcast here on YouTube. Back in the day as a kid, I got to see Rocky and Bullwinkle off and on because it's one of those cartoons my school let out at like 2:30, and the cartoon aired at 2:30. So, you know, even if I lived right by the school, I'm gonna miss a few minutes. I never lived near any of the schools I went to. I was always the furthest out, almost. A good day, I'd get home at 2:25. You know, 2:23 and catch like the last few minutes. Maybe catch the last because Rocky and Bullwinkle was kind of shown in segments. There'd be like 2, 5, 6 minute segments an episode and continue the story. And that's what pissed me off because I wouldn't see it often enough that I never saw a complete story for years and years until one time, one summer. Because I could see it during the summer, wasn't no school. Lined up where like the first day of summer break was the first part of the story, so I saw the whole thing. Because these stories would last a good while. I think like half a season or some shit. I mean, Rocky and Bullwinkle, okay. The writing here and Rocky and Bullwinkle here embossed. I don't know if they'll show up. Yeah, you can kind of see it. There's got lights hitting it. They're slightly raised. Same thing with the writing here and here's the Universal release. All 5 seasons, 163 episodes. Rocky and Bullwinkle, Dudley Do Right, Aesop and Son, Fractured Fairy Tales, Peabody's Impossible History, and more. The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle introduced some of the most unforgettable characters in TV history. Appearing in 1959 from J. War Productions, the original series is comprised of 163 episodes featuring Rocky and Bullwinkle, Dudley Do Right of the Mounties, Aesop and Sons, Fractured Fairy Tales, and Peabody's Improbable History, and more, starring Rocky, Bullwinkle, Boris, Natasha, Dudley Do Right, Mr. Peabody, and Sherman. This comprehensive collection includes every unforgettable adventure, insightful bonus features, and an episode guide. And there's all our bonus. There's Dudley, there's Boris and Natasha, there's Moose, there's Squirrel, there's the Fractured Fairy Tales little fairy lady, Sherman and Peabody. Okay, classic TV commercials, June 4A interview, mouse calls, puppet intros. This is packaged fairly well. I mean, nice big box. It looks decent. You know, it's pretty much a recreation of this. If you lose this, you're not losing that much. Because those are thin, they will get fucked up easy. Okay, there's like 18 discs in here. And the book, this is the episode guide, and it's just, you know, a little bit of art. Excuse me. Fairly detailed episode guide. There's Aesop and Son. There's Captain Wrong Way Peach Fuzz. The little janitor deal was cleaned up at the end. And there's Rocky and Bullwinkle rocking away. This is one of them I love. Like I said, I love the kid. And I think a good chunk of it was because I didn't get to see it that often. Because honestly, a lot of the humor in it would have went over my head when I was first seeing it. So I was about 8. It wasn't until I was grown. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, I remember which one. I might have been both at various times. Were showing this like daily. At the time, I had cable VCR, so I'd record it for like a month, and I got a whole storyline. Sit down and watch it. And also by then, they were putting out VHS tapes where you could get like the entire storyline on one tape. There's so many. There's the Upsidasium. There's the Martians that come down. They try to steal Upsidasium, I think. I don't know what else is. There's so much in this show. Aesop and Son is Aesop of Aesop's Fables, telling the son a story, and it's always got a twist at the end of the fable. Fractured Fairy Tales are fairy tales, but always a twist at the end. Sherman and Peabody's Possible History, they travel through time, fixing mistakes in history. Dudley Do Right, these are Mountie, he saves his lady from Snidely Whiplash. And Rocky and Bullwinkle fight like aliens, and Boris and Natasha, who they never say, but it's 1959, so you know they're supposed to be Russian. And oh god, their Russian accent is just, that's the one thing I'm going to say. I don't know how many people watching this will get this. Some of y'all will, some of y'all won't. There is a local independent wrestler who wrestles under the name, well, kind of local. I mean, he works close to this area. He wrestles under the name Vladimir Koloff. And he comes out with you got the singlet with the hammer and sickle on it. He's got the mask. He's got the bomber jacket. He does, he's got the right music. He's doing good. And he's speaking with what he thinks is a Russian accent. And it's kind of, but it sounds, on certain words, it sounds like it's Boris and Natasha saying it. So one show we started getting a moose and squirrel chant going for him. Moose and squirrel, moose and squirrel. Fucking Rocky and Bullwinkle. So like I gotta sit down and watch this now. It's gonna be after I'm doing Saturday Night Live right now. I've got the 3 seasons of Saturday Night Live to season 5. So my plan right now is I'm on 2 Saturday Night Live. I'm gonna finish that when I'm watching like 1 or 2 a night. I'll do 3 of them, but by the time I get near the end of 3, I'll see how much 4 is. If it's still $20, I'll probably go ahead and order it and start something else till 4 comes in. Because that kind of bugs the piss on me. I didn't get 4. I got 1, 2, 3, and 5 for either $3 a season or $1.50. I don't remember. It was half off day at the store that day. This was 25. Definitely worth it. I mean, 100 and something episodes, 20. And does this does not air on anything that I know of. I do not think it's one of those where it's streaming on anything. It might be on Boomerang. I have Boomerang. I have the actual channel. I don't have the streaming anymore. I had it for a while and got rid of it. But great cartoon. One of those I grew up with. It was one of those where, as a kid, you heard from older cousins. I heard about, of course, I saw Looney Tunes every day. I saw Tom and Jerry. My older cousins were telling me about, this and what Jabberjaw and Funky Phantom. And what was the other? There was another one. Shit, give me a second here. There's another cartoon. I can't think of it right now. Most of these I did not get to see till I got Cartoon Network and they're showing all the old Hanna-Barbera shit. But kind of grew up with this one. I'm out, everybody. I'm rambling here. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I've been doing a lot of filming. And this is the second time I filmed this one because last one I thought I turned the camera off and I was over my computer typing away and talking to somebody for about 10 minutes. I look up and I'm like, oh, it's still fucking filming. That ain't going out. Laters.